Award-winning author Lawrence Hill is the latest to mix his words with Niagara's most well-known export. He read from his new novel, The Illegal, at the latest installment of Niagara-on-the-Lake Public Library's Wine and Words at Trius Winery.
Well, I don't know if writing's ever really natural. I mean, everything's got to be cooked up and forced and kind of put into the pressure cooker that's your imagination and then spat out again. But it felt right to write about running in this novel, and it seemed like the perfect career choice, so to speak, to give a refugee who has no legal status in the country he's hiding in. What better way to indicate his flight and his vulnerability than to make him a runner? And suddenly he's not just running for Olympic glory in his home country, but in the country in which he's a refugee, stateless and unwanted. He's running for his life.
Can I ask you why The Illegal takes place in two fictional lands, Zantoro Land and Freedom State, rather than in a real location we can all recognize?
Well, in my last novel, and really in the novels preceding it, I'd always done precisely as you've mentioned, and I'd set novels in very specific countries and socio-political historic realities, geographic realities to racial realities. But in this novel, I wanted to break free of some of the constraints, say, of the Book of Negroes, and to write a book that didn't have to represent 100% the socio-political reality of Canada or Texas or France or some place where we might be thinking about the fate of refugees today. I wanted to break free of that. So it seemed better to create a country that's countries that I made up, so that the reader wouldn't be always saying, well, this isn't Canada, this isn't the US, this isn't Australia. Well, I didn't really want to have to represent Canada exactly. I wanted to make up a world, two worlds really. The world my character flees as a refugee, and the world he comes to hide in as an unwanted refugee. So sometimes fiction in imagined places can be very powerful. 1984, Alice in Wonderland, The Wizard of Oz. I mean, there's so many examples of readers going to imaginary places that I felt it would be okay to do so too.
The Book of Negroes was developed into a TV miniseries. What was it like seeing your words come to life?
It was exhilarating to write it, since I co-wrote the screenplay with the director, Clement Virgo, and then to watch it be filmed and to be on sets in South Africa and Nova Scotia and Hamilton. It's very exciting to see my work transformed into another art form and thus to be made accessible to millions more people than would ever pick up and read a novel. So deeply gratifying as an artist if your work is sort of thrown into another realm.
Opportunities such as Wine and Words offer a welcome break from the solitary life of an author.
It would seem a shame to spend 5 years writing a book. That's what it seems to take me to write a novel, 3 to 5 years, and then not spend any time talking about it. You need to get out there and promote it and talk and share it with people. I find it really gratifying. My readers are very generous, and I guess if somebody hates the book, they're not usually going to run up to you and tell you that to your face. But some
or
do.
Buy a ticket for Wine and Words.
Yeah, some do, but that's their prerogative too. You put a book out there, and people have a right to like it or not like it, and you sort of have to live with that also. But no, it's lovely. It's lovely in small doses. So I usually tour for a few months and then try to get back to work.
From the library's perspective, what are the funds raised through Wine and Words used for?
We count on it actually every year as a fundraiser, and it goes for programming, purchasing materials, if we need extra materials for programs and things like that.
Do you see the circulation of the novels in question go up just before this event?
We do. Actually, we buy a set of 12 books of each of the author's books, and then we lend them out.
Wine and Words continues on February 2nd with Terry Fallis reading from his latest book at Stratus Winery. Reporting in Niagara-on-the-Lake for The Source, I'm Mike Balsam.